Hello Virgo, welcome to the channel. It's Chrissy Sawyer here. We're going to do a reading for you for March and see if we can have a look into the spring fever. Everybody seems to be in shift phase at the moment, so we'll have a look at current energy, what the shift is looking like and what new energies are going to come in for you. All right, so the cards that came out for your current energy. Now, something interesting happened with this deck. And when I was shuffling for the current energies, it went all sticky. I've never experienced that before. It was like glue and it wouldn't slide. And then these two cards came out. And then I reshuffled and went to, let's look at the shift energy, and they flew all over the place. So I wonder if your current energy is a bit sticky. The underlying energy for your current energy, I want to say for your reading actually, is you're in shift, and you will be in shift as you move through. So it's the underlying energy. Okay, so it looks like your between worlds is literally the here and now. It's your relationship with chaos and conflict, and it's almost like I can hear you asking a question. Is there a better way? Is there a better way to handle this? Because we can deal with chaos and conflict using the programs that we already know. And they can be these old Piscean energies. And we're in Pisces season at the moment. So there's this colossal purification going on of old archaic programming around subjugation and let's pull an archetype card. This might help you. The victim martyr energy, you know, all the old Piscean religious subjugation and feeling smaller than, feeling more than, right use of power, all of that. And it's like you're asking some deeper questions here about, is there a different way to handle this chaos and conflict? Because chaos and conflict could equal change. That could be what you're in, is a changing world. Look at the archetype, please, that Virgo are dealing with in their current energy. It's almost like you're rewiring some circuitry. Yep. Interesting. Card on the bottom of the deck, Virgo. The two cards that have come out for you are Hero, Heroine, and Artist. I'm going to read the light and shadow of these two archetypes. Artist, light attribute, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Shadow attribute is using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Okay, so that might be speaking into a little bit of codependency. If we take this in the really literal sense as an example, in the literal sense, you could literally be a struggling artist. Okay, if a struggling artist isn't in total responsibility for the choices that they've made, they might lean into codependency of feed me because I'm a struggling artist. That's kind of the self-subjugation. You're bigger than me because you earn more money. This is all an example. I'm just trying to describe the mechanics of this energy. Okay, so. Is there a behavior that you're portraying which elicits pity from others? sympathy from others, over-caring from others, because you're clearly looking at it, which tells me you're moving into a sense of deeper accountability and ownership with this, transparency even. Let's turn the screen light down. Let's look at hero, heroine. Light attribute of the hero, heroine is passion for a journey of personal empowerment. It's a great visual. Passion to climb the mountain. Shadow attribute is escapism and a false sense of heroism. So as I tune back into that sticky energy, if I had to put it in a sentence, it's like, do I take that first step there? Because there's no going back. It's that kind of energy. Okay. The energy feels like breaking an old blueprint, like a mirror. I can see you just throwing it onto the floor so that it shatters. And there's this kind of growing up, adulting energy. It feels like a maturing energy where you're giving considered thought, considered emotion, even to the field that you're in, chaos, conflict, here and now. I kind of want to change that to then and now. How I've done it, how's that worked for me? And here now, how can I change that? Okay, lovely. Let's look at the shift. This might speak into the chaos and conflict. The first card for the shift that you're in, Virgo, is truth be told. So we're in a time generally of revelations, of illusions being burned away, coming into maybe some harsh truths about ourselves. Because generally we are growing up. Generally the training wheels are coming off and we are being guided to take responsibility for our own truth and our commitment to sharing that truth in the world, no matter what. So it's like we have a window into ourselves. We have an insight into ourselves to squeeze the wisdom, to gain the knowledge and turn it into wisdom, which is the application of knowledge in the world. Kind of transcending this golden perfect mask. The raw truth. Because it's time. That's it, it's time. It's time to change. This is a beautifully creative number here, 30. Time to change the blueprint. So it's elevating your blueprint, elevating your behavior. Sterling work, what commitment. Let's have a look at the new energy that's coming in for you. Not without challenge, but it looks like you've already made the commitment with the chaos and conflict and the stickiness to really start digging into this. Okay, so first guidance. Practice the breath. Okay, if the mind goes into chaos and conflict, bring the mind back to the breath. And do 3 slow, steady breaths where there's nothing to do except breathe. Excuse me, I need to plug in. And keep focusing the mind back to the breath so you can stay in flow state with this. So stay with the breath, that's going to help you through. Because, okay, now, last week, second week in Feb, there was this wash through of collective, oh God, it was heavy, deep scorpionic energy, which felt very much like this. I am all alone, unloved, all of that this whole Piscean stuff. And we're doing the work collectively, so it looks like you're doing it too. It's coming through on 5 energy, which is change. The energy reminds me of the 5 of coins, feeling left out in the cold, feeling excluded. When actually the truth might be you are deliberately excluding yourself because you want to find a better way. The energy's here that you're challenging your own blueprints here. Because what you're going to create through the energy of observing yourself, really observing yourself in your lunatic, in the feels. So when you get into your feelings and your emotions, really step back and observe what's happening. What you will trigger is a fork in the road, a different way of doing it that's going to empower you and help you to embody that decisive, what's the word? Decisive, that's the only word I'm getting. A more decisive you. Okay, so that's the foundation. I'm going to pull another couple of cards. All right. Okay, I'm guided to bring this back in, Virgo, because the shadow attribute is very interesting. Shadow attribute is a fear of intimate union. So now there's 2 ways of looking at this. This can be either in the external world and the chaos and conflict of relationship difficulties, or this can be about fear of coming into union with the artist and hero heroine within you. And we're in 6, the year is 6 energy, which is the grail, it's the heart. It's what am I pouring into my heart and what is my heart pouring out to you? And so there is, and we literally have Mars and Venus traveling together through Capricorn, breaking down structures, revolutionizing relationships as we know them. And so that's causing an awful lot of personal revolution with the masculine and the feminine. There are new relationships being born. But overall, there is a closer meeting of intimacy with self and with other. And that energy is the energy of the artist. Because if we're creating something from within us, that's intimate, very, very intimate. Okay, so I'm going to pop the Virgin in there. Actually, the Virgin wants to go with the truth be told, tick-tock shift, the middle bit. So the Virgin is asking the question about your relationship with intimacy. Okay, all right, where are we going? We're going here. Let's pull a couple of surrender cards for you. What's it going to help Virgo to surrender to during this time? Everything. Just surrender. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Is this part of what you're in? Because this wants to speak to this, or this wants to speak to this. Observe. Observing energy is very different to thinking, obsessive thinking energy. Observing is just taking a step back and witnessing yourself as if you were separate to yourself. Observing is allowing yourself and your body and your heart and your mind to have the full experience without the ego coming in, without that busy, noisy mind coming in. Okay. So surrender obsessive thinking. Surrender fear. Wow, look at all this energy. It's kind of sacral rising up into solar plexus. So this is speaking straight into creativity and will. It's the artist and the hero and heroines. Is having the will, the divine will. Wow. You serve the divine, or do you serve the ego? Do you serve others, or do you serve yourself? Fear of change can be the fear of your own power. Look at the fire and the sun in this. This is sacral chakra, the belly. It's the cauldron of life. That's raw creative power. That's creative sexuality. Okay, remember, TikTok, divine timing. It's now, it's happening now. Okay, let's just quickly flick over these. So, compete, compare program, that's going. Don't get locked into that one. Compete, compare, unique. You're unique. You're as unique as the people that you're comparing yourself to. Rest and sleep. It's Pisces. It's very gentle. And surrender stubbornness. Surrender your stickiness. Yeah, gently observe yourself. There's that observer coming back in. Gently observe yourself and become more yielding. I said yielding to somebody the other day and they literally flinched. I don't yield. Well, good luck with that. To yield is to move into vulnerability and intimacy. That's what's being born on the planet right now, is building a healthier relationship with vulnerability and intimacy. That's where the power is. That's where we really open up and let people see us raw to the bone. So you're absolutely on the right path, Virgo. You're wanting a better, deeper, richer connection, and you're hurling yourself into chaos and conflict and the orphan child. You're doing that. So double thumbs up from me. Stay with it. Remember the breath. Fantastic work. Let's wrap this up now with an advice card. Yeah. And this is this color reminds me of the violet flame, which is a transmutative energy that comes in sometimes when we're doing Reiki, and it's purification energy. And it might be, Virgo, that every now and then you take a languishing dip in the tub so that you can be still. And memorize this color and just call this color in to just help you transmute the old sticky energies that you're moving through. I'm going to pull you an outcome card, actually. I want to pull you an outcome card. Yeah. I couldn't resist giving you just a peek into what's coming in for you. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. This is, gosh, this is definitely resurrecting the artist and the heroine to a higher level, or up from the dead, where they've been hiding in servitude. Right. This is where you're going. The river meanders. It's just not a straight line. Sometimes it's deep, sometimes it's shallow, sometimes you'll nearly drown in it. And sometimes you'll scrape the skin off your back as you let it carry you in its shallows, over the rocks, movement towards adventure and experiencing life as it comes. This is the wild. Sweet. Keep doing it. Stay with it. Do not give up. Do not go back to sleep. Look up that Rumi prayer. Do not go back to sleep. You're moving towards adventure. Great work, Virgo. Keep doing it and take good care. Be soft and gentle with yourself. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.